Oh, this is priceless. This guy supposedly saved hundreds of people, hundreds of children from the Holocaust. Yeah, let's make sure that we have this picture with this symbol on it. Fuck off.
Has died. Nicholas Swinton said nothing for a half-century about his role in organizing the escape of 669 mostly Jewish children.
669? Mostly Jewish children? Really? Seriously, 669. With your big fucking broad-ass fucking nose. With your 669 and your fucking X in the circle. The stupidity of mankind is just rampant. The stupidity of mankind is completely and utterly has overtaken the entire planet. This is the stupidest, one of the stupidest stories I've ever heard. And of course, the kid's got the way his hands are split and all of that crap. Yeah, nobody would ever figure that out. CLS. What the fuck is it? What is this down here? Some kind of Nazi fucking pose? Get the fuck out of here. 669.
The eve of World War II, his heroic deeds came to light back in 1988 when his wife found a scrapbook in the attic of their home in England. Mr. Winton was 106.
And she was 106? 106? Say it ain't so.
Same-sex couples can get married in the Episcopal Church beginning November 1st.
Great. So you see this proves that religion has absolutely nothing to do with the Father. Because now it's okay for gay people to get married in the church. If it was written that by the Father, as they claim that the Bible was inspired by the Word of God, His Word never changes. His Word never changes. Yet all of a sudden, it has. How does that work? How does that work? Now, all of a sudden, it's okay. Hey, I don't give a fuck if some guy wants to fuck another guy in the ass. It ain't about that. It's about proving to you guys that religion is a fake, man-made artifact. It's all bullshit. They all wear black. They're all on the same team. They all succumb to the same fucking temptations that every other motherfucker does that walks this earth. And now they've changed it. Where now gay people can get married. Again, I could give a fuck less what them fuckers do in their spare time. Whose dick they're sucking. It ain't about that. It's about showing you the fact that the church is corrupt. It's organized crime. It has nothing to do with what you would consider Jesus Christ to ever have been. Like, let's just call him Jesus. Let's leave that Christ stuff out of there. Just leave that word completely out. Because then they use the Christ consciousness. You know what? You ever heard the phrase, I don't know where that dude's coming from? You ever heard that phrase? You know why they use that phrase? Because you don't know where they're coming from. You don't know what's going on inside somebody else's head, and you never will. So you certainly would never know the Christ consciousness. So just leave the word Christ out, and just refer to him as Jesus. Or Mervyn Smirtlap, or whatever you want to. But this fucking write-up of who this guy was and how he acted and all of that, is coming out of the same book that just now have told you it's okay to suck a dick and then go get married in a church that was supposedly against it. Don't you understand how this thing works? It's a pendulum. It's a bell. It swings from one side and it goes gong, and then it swings to the other side and goes gong. In other words, it's red on one side and it's blue on the other. One side is liberal. The other side is conservative. So what's happening is the system is flipping from being ultra-conservative to being ultra-conservative to being ultra-liberal, and then it's going to swing back really hard to being very, 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 very conservative. Do you understand? But it's all about chaos right now. It's all about fucking with people's heads and getting everything discombobulated. See, they're going to make it so it's so overwhelming, or as it says, men will be vexed to their soul. They're going to get it to make it so it's so overwhelming that people will come crawling, asking, begging for a solution to the problem. And then they can instill the order that they want, but they have to do it through chaos first. And they instill the chaos, then they sit back and they watch, and then they offer the solution. They do the same thing with atoms. They do the same thing. It's how you make materials. It's how you excite the atoms and get them into a certain arrangement, and it makes a specific alloy or element or however. But they're doing the same thing with us, just on a bigger scale. It's all about energy. It always has been. It's always been about the energy. Always, always, always. So just understand. I always like how they got the rainbow colors here. Oh, there's your yellow and purple Skywalker, whatever the fuck your name is, and there's your Pisces viscous or whatever it is, which is really a broad snatch because again we're back to the power thing. Everything that they do reverts back to power. All of their logos, it's all the same thing. It reverts back to power because that is the one and only fucking purpose for this place. And for you. That's why you were born into this system. Was you're a part of it. And just like that fucking comedy with that fucking Father Guido Sarducci, he wasn't lying. Your life is a job. Your life is a job. Okay? We are cut off from what you call the Father. Your life is a job. And I don't mean a 9 to 5. I mean your entire life. That's why certain people are placed in your way, because they're doing this to you. They do this to you. Imagine, try and imagine for a second that you're an atom. And they're trying to get you to become something else. Let's say you're a carbon atom and they want you to become a diamond. Okay? So they have to do things to that atom to get it to bond with other atoms to create a diamond. I don't know, let's say they want you to become a lump of coal. Who cares? Whatever the element is. They have to get you excited and to get you to bond together. That's what they're doing to us on a specific level. I didn't say make us into a diamond, but it's the same process. You excite the atoms, and then they come together and they form a different type of a substance than what they were before. They're doing the same thing that they do on an atomic level. They're doing to the human race because they're trying to change us into something that we're not. The same thing, the same fucking thing that they're doing. You're working on a sex farm. Except the difference is, no, I'm stuck in a system too. The difference is I can see the colors. I can see what they're associated with. I know the biblical story. I know the occult story. There's only one fucking story here. It's just written a billion different ways.